no business hitting the side of the damn backboard.
Almost all of them.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I kind of mean, like the highlights and the habits, and how as a coach do you make your players and your parents trust what you're doing?
I say just be realistic with them, because I tell my players all the time, like, you can't move on to something. You can't move on to Euro steps, like the step backs and all that stuff, if you can't make a simple dribble pull up 5 times without changing it. If I tell you do 5 dribble pull ups, right, and they go in, we see it all the time. They come down, they do 1 dribble pull up, another kid come down, do a step back dribble pull up, like another kid come down, do a spin move to dribble. Like, nah, like I asked for one simple thing. And so I think being realistic with them, telling their parents, like I tell my parents all the time, like, hey, your kid needs to work on this before we move on to the next thing, especially with individual workouts. Like, if you want to do those advanced stuff, you got to show them you can do some fundamental stuff first. Because the building blocks is important. Yeah. Like, you can't go out, nobody out the gate is coming out doing Euro steps or coming out spin moves and all that, like stuff they see on highlight tapes. Like, at some point in those players' careers, as you see are making those highlights, they're practicing that.
Well, we all know the kid who can do a step back 3, but can't do
can't catch and shoot, can't do a left hand layup or a right hand layup. They left handed, like all that stuff matters. Or we know the kid that try to do a reverse layup, or my coach watched this dribble on the baseline, literally throw it under the back, hit the bottom of the backboard.
Or when the jelly shit was popping, can't do a regular. What you think, Dave? Like,
I'm culture first, and so I've been blessed that I have kids who I've trained or coached for a long time that I still have good relationships with. So I try to make it a point to create an environment where my kids who are coming up are going to run into those kids. Yeah. And so one of 2 things are going to happen, right? You're going to come in and you're going to see that kid working like you're talking about, or you're going to play that kid and see how they play. And so when the kid starts to talk about wanting to be like that or be that good, obviously we can talk about Steph, right? Steph Curry does his fundamental shooting all the time. Yeah. But you're not going to run into Steph in the gym and see him doing his form shooting. Yeah. You know what I mean? You get on YouTube and look at it. So when these kids come in and they get to, like, right here, I see you, right? I see this kid that I see fry everybody all the time, or they're a freshman on varsity or whatever it is, right? They get X amount of minutes. You know what I mean? It's really easy for me to look at that kid and be like, okay, you want to be like them? Cool. How often do you form shoot? All the time, right? How many form shots have you been shooting? Like, have you shot over the last years? And like, it's really always the same answer. A lot. You know what I mean? Like that eye roll, like
exact lot. I want to know the exact number.
You know what I mean? So like the kid who has been putting in the time is honest about it. Like, I form shoot all the time. I've shot a lot. Coach D'Lo will come in, right? And he was doing form shooting every single camp. He'd come in at summer camp, and he's doing form shots before he starts to go out and shoot threes. And obviously all the kids were looking up to him like, oh, he's so cool, whatever. And so it was really easy to have that conversation with the kids at camp and be like, what do you guys see Coach D'Lo come in and do every day?
Every day.
Form shooting.
Not coming to him.
That's no step back threes, no logo threes, none of that.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I say to the kids to make it easy for them is like, look, every highlight that you see is a string of basic skills. 100%. If you can do all of the fundamental stuff, the highlight will happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't understand that. Like, if you can do it, master it at the most basic level, then it's gonna it'll come together on its own. Especially